Hey, it's NECKTIE. Welcome to episode 101 of my No GPS series. And in this one, we're taking some concrete tubes to Ely, Nevada. Let's get into it. So we left off here at the ADM in Tonopah, and we are going to the Kiewit in Ely. So we're going to come out of here, hang a right, and it's US 6. Straight in. I'm thinking a monkey could even do this. However, those of you that have seen my videos before know that I could probably screw this up somehow. So fingers crossed. Now, what's going to happen from here is, because we also need Pioche, whatever that is. But again, it's another one of these fine cities that SCS put in here that has one damn spot. So my thought process is get unloaded at Ely. If there's nothing coming down here, I'm just going to drive down to the BHP and we're going to see what we get. Because coming out of the ADM, I had to take a freight market load. And actually I had to sleep 1 or 2 more times just to reset the days. And then this concrete tube load finally popped up coming out of here going to Ely. So that is how I got that load. And there we be. I believe that may be Ruta's flatbed. I don't know. It's not an SCS one. Anyway, I know that. And let's pull up the load info. 45,000 pounds concrete tubes. 6 hours and 34 minutes to get there. Should be able to do that because we are full of fuel. I can reset the odometer though. And my goal is to not have another hour-long episode in this one. Although I know there are people that like those. Shout out to all of the new subscribers as well. Apparently, it was a good idea for me to do a mod order and slash settings video. And actually I did 2. I did one scheduled, which was my mod order and settings, which was 28 minutes long. And then I realized that some people aren't going to care about settings or that, so then I just basically cut out the first part of it, just going over my no GPS load order. And that was unlisted, but then I made it public. So yeah, but those have seem been doing good. Wow, that's a nice sunrise, isn't it? So a little update for those that watched 101. Yeah, cop, that's a good move, huh? Dumbass. Alright, anyway, for those that watched episode 101, I had my mental health appointment yesterday, and in the episode I said 2 o'clock because that's what I had in my Apple calendar. However, as I was editing the mod order video, I looked up at my calendar on my wall and I had written down 1 o'clock. So I erred on the side of caution and got there about 12:45, which was good because my appointment was at 1 o'clock. Although it's normally an hour-long session, but when she called me back at like 1:05, first thing she said is this is going to be cut a little short because she had another veteran in crisis. and then proceeded to say that there's been a lot of that lately, which I don't know if I mentioned before, but my previous appointment got cut short too because she got a phone call of another veteran in crisis. So yeah, don't know what's up with that, but that's not good. And it's summertime, which is typically not the peak of that stuff. But anyway, bottom line is, folks, take care of yourself and mental health. Don't be ashamed of having to talk to somebody. I probably wouldn't be near as messed up as I am had I done this years ago. But anyway, I talked to her about, and I don't know if I said in episode 100 or not, but I talked to her about needing something to take the edge off. And the first thing that came to mind was Xanax, because I know a lot of people take that and whatnot. And she basically told me that the VA is moving away from prescribing Xanax because it's a controlled substance and it's highly addictive. So that is not an option. She said while it works really good and it's effective and it works quickly, so I guess Xanax isn't something you take daily, which I don't know, I've never taken it, so. But bottom line is she mentioned something else, and then she pulled up my records and she's like, well, you already have a subscription for this. And I'm like, what are you talking about? She's like, yeah, you refilled it September of 2022. And I'm like, the only thing I've been prescribed recently is Wellbutrin for trying to quit smoking. She's like, yeah, it's the same thing. Wellbutrin's the generic form or so, I don't know. Apologies, I'm not up on all of my pharmaceutical lingo. But anyway, she's like, however, you were prescribed that for smoking, not necessarily for anxiety, depression, sort of thing. So she told me to hold off on refilling it because I still had like 3 refills of it available. She told me to hold off, and she's going to talk to my primary care doctor first, and I guess they're gonna consult and come up with something, so more to follow on that. And then I also called the main VA hospital in Kansas City today because while I was at the VA in Warrensburg, I checked on my referral for the speech therapist that the TBI doctor wanted me to go see. And that referral had been put in, but I hadn't heard anything. So I called down there today, and basically the speech therapist is the one that calls and makes those appointments. So I just have to wait on a phone call, I guess. So that was part of my little 30-minute session, but the other part was that she asked how I was doing, and I had told her about my dryer debacle issue and how I didn't like how I reacted and everything. And then so she's listening to it and everything, and you know, I see her eyebrows raise and that sort of thing. And then when I was done, she looked at me and she blew my mind, honestly. But she looked at me and she's like, your mom just passed away less than a month ago, right? And I actually had to sit back in my chair. And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, went on about how people grieve differently and how it affects people differently. And so basically she was saying that that part of that for me, especially since I don't normally talk about feelings and all of that, is probably where a lot of that came from in that episode and the way I've been recently. So yeah, anyway, so I mean, something to think about, I guess. But I hadn't thought about it like that. Eli discovered. Okay, so now we just have to look for the keywit on the right. Oh, there's Pioche. May need to come back to that. Brakes tie. And I apparently didn't press them down hard enough soon enough. So now I have to reverse so this car will move. I may or may not have forgot that I lowered my brake intensity. Okay, car, could you go now? Thank you. I do know we had to come through here, though. Oh, and there we have another SCS. Gotta slam on the brakes halfway around the corner because the light was turning red. I just remembered something about my brake intensity, though. I also adjusted the pedals in the Moza pit house, and I forgot to undo what I did. Man, freaking SCS and their game updates. Which I had some anxiety as I fired up the game prior to recording here, because apparently there's another game patch or some shit from SCS, and when I booted in the game it said a new game version detected. Like, oh, fantastic. So then I checked my phone. I'm like, well, did SCS say anything about a game update or patch? No, of course not. At least I didn't see anything. So yeah, I have no idea what that was, but anyway. Main thing is I still had my load. Was that a keywit to the right? No, I don't know what the hell I saw. Okay, let's get into gear here. How about that? And then back in the truck. Because there was a curb we have to go around, so that's what happens when I'm talking. And then I also shift from 5 high to 6 high, which isn't the best thing to do on a incline. Those hills don't really look that bad when you're inside the truck. This place is kind of out in the middle of nowhere, huh? And then good old road construction. Looks like that'd be a good place for concrete tubes. how about you get in your lane there, buddy? Again, I'm in a situation where I feel like I want to pull up the map. Yeah, because I don't remember a T intersection anywhere. Okay, so how in the hell? Okay, so I'm guessing this Kiewit was probably that construction area, and I wasn't paying attention, and I missed it, or missed the unload spot. So we're gonna make an illegal U-turn is what we're gonna do as soon as traffic decides that it's not going to, you know. Alright, dude. Okay, of course you gotta turn left. Don't run into me, bus. Okay, I know this is illegal. Go ahead, call the cops. It's fine. Although in my defense, if this is in fact the place where we need to deliver up here on the side of the road, I would have had to spin around somewhere anyway. Because if this is like all the other ones that SDS does, there's only one way you unload. I like how that cement truck thinks he's gonna pass me. Alright, so now that we're back here, Ty, how about we pay attention? Oh, that's number one, that's a red light. Okay. You really need to adjust your brake pedal after you're done recording. Could you remember that? And now I gotta do this to be able to see if I have a green light. Yep, see the flashing lines up there? I didn't even see those as I was coming through because I assumed we were looking for a Kiewit building. Again, it just goes to prove what assume means. And I was correct. It is a great place for concrete tubes, isn't it? I'm also about 99.9% positive we're not going to get a load out of here down to that other city. Okay, I'm thinking I messed up the game because that traffic down there is not moving, even though our light's red, so I'm just doing this number. I mean, I guess I could have spun around if I was still going from the other direction, but I love how that outside camera just pivots like that. Insert sarcasm here. Should have probably turned my flashers on too, but it's all good as long as we get unloaded. And there we go. Holy crap. I'm hitting the activate button to unload and totally forgetting that it was a freight market load, so I have to uncouple the trailer. Because I rarely do freight market loads. Anyway, Eli, Nevada is gone. And more importantly, if you're still watching this shit at this point, thank you. Love you, mean it. That is 144. We'll try this. And yeah, and so there is nothing whatsoever coming out of here. And that's, as you can see down here, that's the freight market. So good job. All right, so we need to come back down this way. And then what is this we need? 50 or 93? There was a sign though that went to, you know what? I'm not gonna write anything down. Let's just, well, yeah, I better write something down. So BHP is on the right. So US 93 South, BHP on right. And basically coming out of here, we need to take second left, first right. Everybody good with that? Also, remember how at the beginning of the episode, how I said that this was going to be, you know, should be an easy run, straight up, one road, no turns? Yeah, and I still effed it up. Alright, same day, so I'm not resetting the odometer. Let's get the hell out of here. Hopefully nobody's coming around this curve. If they are, we're gonna be in a world of hurt. Beautiful. And now we can bobtail ourselves on the way down here. Alright, so that's the first left. This is the second left. Which is odd, because didn't it say coming the other way that... Yeah. That sign right there to the left, that big square one, says Pioche. But yet, there's nothing coming this way. Makes complete sense. Okay, I know I said first right, but I'm not... Yeah, I don't think that's the right one. Because we're still in the city. Yeah, no, it's not. Did I literally... I did write first right. Not even 1, 2, 3. It's the fourth. Oof. Quality content, isn't it, folks? So this is the second right. Alright, there's another stoplight up there, so that would be the third. Is it gonna stay green for us? Beautiful. Alright, so now the BHP is going to be on the right. And I don't know why I'm splitting these gears. I don't even have a damn trailer. Alright, Carwell, then I'll just come over. Oh, and we lose that lane. Now when we do get to the BHP, I need to well, actually it's only 9:58 in the morning, so I don't need to sleep. This is kind of a scenic drive, huh? What happens when I don't pay attention to the road and look down at my notes. I wonder if you could actually drive on that road that goes down there. Could I get a BHP sign anywhere? Or something that looks like a BHP? Is this a BHP? No, that doesn't look like anything. Okay, hold on. What the hell? Did I not look at this? Oh no, because I didn't write that down, but we do need 93. So I'll turn my blinker on and cut them off. I should know better. Trying to save time, I wasn't going to look at the route completely, and then that's twice now that I've missed freaking turns. Now the BHP is going to be on the right, and I'm going to pass this guy as soon as I can. Would have been nice in that patch update if they'd have fixed the freaking speed of the doubles, wouldn't it? If anyone's wondering, this is me concentrating for a BHP sign. That's why I'm so quiet. It's kind of like, you know, when you're going to somewhere where you don't really know where it's at and you turn down the radio in your car so you can apparently see better. It's kind of that sort of thing. And don't act like you haven't done that before. There's another motel where you could probably get a really cheap night. be okay now. Stranger things have happened, though. What prefab is the... Oh, okay. Alright, folks, cross your fingers. Something to Vegas would be nice. But first, before I click on the freight market and forget, whatever this is called, Pioche, we're just gonna go with that, is gone. 145. Alright, so we need Vegas and Prim, which Vegas is north of Prim. Although I think we still need St. George, Utah. Let me see here once we get in here. Whatever this one is, yeah, St. George. So, yeah, okay, so how about we do this? How about we pull up this number here and do that, and then we'll go 05. And just like that, it's morning time. Wrong key. There we go. Now, let's do this again. And there's probably still nothing coming out of here. Well, the sun shines on a dog's ass every now and then, as they say. St. George. I guess that's where we're headed. Okay, I guess I gotta go find the trailer. I'm gonna reset my odometer too since I reset the day. Give ourselves some illumination. There's a trailer over... Oh, that's this one. Oh, and we're right there. Okay. So then we will pull over this way. Which will be good because as I probably already said, I'm fairly certain St. George, Utah is the last one in Utah that needs to be crossed off as well. Nailed it. So we will head to St. George, Utah in episode 102. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, episode 101 comes to an end. If you made it this far, I appreciate you. And until the next one, y'all take care. Bye.